tell the story but not give any names.
Yeah.
And then you tell me what she made on Fans Only or OnlyFans. Shit, that's all right to me.
100K, bro, in 2 days. Yes, bro.
Ooh.
What up, though? You watching the Speakeasy Podcast. As always, it's your boy, Easy. On today's episode, we're joined by UFC middleweight and former Alabama linebacker Eryk Anders. We talked a little bit about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson coming back at 54 years old versus Roy Jones Jr. We also got to talk to Eryk as an athlete. If you guys don't know, Eryk had a career in the NFL. He did play for the national championship, Alabama Crimson Tide. He had actually go back and watch some highlights. My man had that sack fumble for the chip, but with him having that athletic background as well as a mixed martial artist, I wanted to ask Eryk about his take on Nate Robinson being an athlete, obviously coming from the NBA, versus Jake Paul and having an experienced skill set in boxing. We got to get his opinion on that, his take on that. And then, just shooting the shit. At this point, I feel like your boy is my boy. Your boy, Eryk Anders. I always appreciate you. Come on, bro. Shouts out to you. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this one.
Ain't shit.
What you guys doing down in AZ?
Shit, I'm out here doing a little training.
That's what's up. You got family out there too, or you going out there specifically for training?
Yeah, my brother lives here, but I came out here just for training.
That's what's up. You got the fam with you or no?
They were here for about 2 weeks and then they went back to the crib.
Yeah.
And I go back Friday.
Who you training with down there?
Fight ready?
Who's out of that camp? My bad. I'm not really familiar.
Man, I got quite a few people. Cejudo.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So been doing like a lot of wrestling and shit like that?
Yeah, but man, him and Eryk Al-Shaban or Captain America or whatever.
I don't know how to say his name.
They're down there in Brazil with Paulo Costa.
Oh, yeah. It's about to be a banger.
Man, I'm anxious to see how that fight goes, man. I wonder if Israel's going to be able to stick and move like he has with everybody else.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried for him because he does take shots too, like.
Yeah, but he don't take them well,
Yeah.
Gastelum dropped him. Who did he fight before that? Romero, the only punch that he threw kind of wobbled him for a second, like kind of made his knees buckle.
Yeah. And Rob was hitting him too, but Izzy was just hitting him, more.
Like glancing, yeah.
Yeah. That's just wild. Korean Zombie's got a big one coming up too, man. I'm excited for that fight.
Yeah. They got real beef, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Ortega.
He slapped his mans while he was in the bathroom. I was kind of like, I don't know. I like Brian, but that was a weird move.
He slapped the wrong person.
Yeah.
In my opinion. He slapped a civilian. He ain't even got nothing to do with it. He just a manager.
1,000%. And Korean Zombie wasn't even around. It was kind of like,
yeah.
I don't know. That was weird.
Well, see, he got his wish. Now they're fighting, so whatever.
Yeah. It's funny, too, the first time they met up for that fight, Brian Ortega, brought him, something, traditional, I think, to South Korea or did a hand gesture like that. And it was, real, friendly to, the point.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, and then he was also like, I hope you're good. I hope your family's good.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's just
I don't care about you. I'm just like, what? So I just go stop the guy I don't care about.
Yeah. You guys how was you guys went to Rome, right? You and the fam?
Yeah, we've been there.
How was that? Was that your first time going there?
Yeah. Well, me and my wife went probably 2 years ago. But this summer we went to Croatia.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's super pretty.
How do you guys map out where you go? How you end up deciding? It's just wherever. That's dope.
She's the travel agent, so like, man, would you want to go here? I'm like, yeah, all right, let's go. And we go.
Was that your first time at the Coliseum though, or you been there before too?
Yeah, no, actually that was in Croatia too. They they had the miniature Coliseum in a place called Pula, Croatia, right on the beach, about an hour from Italy, actually.
Was that a spot that actually did the gladiator wars and shit like that?
Yep. All that shit was part of the Roman Empire, and I thought it was cool. I wasn't even expecting to see that. I thought we were just going to the beach, and we just looked to the right, and it was like, that's a Coliseum.
Oh, that's mad though. Yeah, what was that stepping in there and Because you obviously do like the modern day gladiator type shit. What was that like?
Oh man, the one in Rome is super surreal because it's like big, and that was like the main one and whatnot. The one in Croatia wasn't as big, so and I had already been to the one in Rome. So for me, it was cool to see and whatnot, but it wasn't like, oh my God. But the boys, the way they felt in there is how I felt in the one in Rome. They were all about it.
Yeah,
They
I
did
saw
their
a little video.
walkouts, they did their face-offs and everything. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, super dope. I thought it was a super dope experience for them too. I saw you guys picking up the soil and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did they
Yeah,
fight to
they're
the
all
death
about
back then?
Yeah. And they were slaves.
Easy, bro. Yeah, I know the slave part, but that's crazy, bro.
That just shows you how the world has changed, Motherfuckers was fighting to the death, and now,
now you can't.
People get mad. Somebody calls them a name and shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say Ellen just got canceled for being mean.
Yeah, and they was into that shit too. Watching people get slaughtered and whatnot. So, just different time, man.
Definitely a different time, man. Fucking. So I don't know if a lot of people know. I don't know, and we cut it out too if you want to. But you go with the eye and stuff like that now. The eye injury.
Yeah, that's cool.
Was that something that occurred in your last fight, or was that beforehand?
Man, it's just something that's been bothering me for a little bit. Like it started with like a little black dot that I could see in my, just in the center of my vision. And then, man, it started getting blurry, started, fucking up my depth perception and whatnot. And so after the last fight, I had surgery on it, had a bunch of scar tissue on my retina, and they went in there and scraped it all off. And, now I'm probably, 10 weeks out of surgery, and my vision's already better now than it was before I had that surgery. So, that's a good thing.
Wait, so you had like a black dot like every time, like every time you like were fucking looking at stuff? It was like a black dot in the middle?
Yeah, that's just how it started. Like, it was just like a black dot in the middle of my vision that just kind of appeared out of nowhere a while ago, a long time ago, probably a year or two ago. And I just really, never really paid any attention. And every time I'd say something about it, everybody would just kind of, no one ever said anything. So I was like, okay, so it must not be a big deal.
It's like, it's normal.
Yeah. And then just like over time, it just got worse and worse and worse. And, finally I was just like, man, I don't know if I can fight with my eye like this anymore. Well, I had to get an eye test, go see an eye doctor for my fight in Jacksonville. And he was like, man, I looked at your eye a year ago and this is what it looks like now. And just like the difference and like the scans and all the stuff, the tests and stuff that they did, it was just, getting worse and worse. He's like, I knew it would get worse, but I didn't know it would get worse this fast. So, you can fight this time, but I'm not going to clear you to fight again until after you get this thing fixed.
Bro, that's scary. I'm thinking like right off rip when you told me that it was a black dot, that tripped me out. I would have went like right away. Thank God they got that kind of testing though. I didn't even know they were that in depth with it. He showed you too.
Yeah, all the scans and stuff showed me. He's like, this is what it should look like, and that's what yours looks like, and it's not the same. So, yeah, go ahead and knock this one out, but you're gonna have to get this fixed.
Yeah, man. So how long out from fighting do you think? Now it's clearing up.
I go back and see the doctor at the end of September, and then he tells me if I'm good to go, if I'm cleared, or if I got to wait a little bit longer. So, might get one in before the end of the year. I don't know. We'll see what the timetable looks like.
Yeah. Now, I've been seeing Dana. He's been doing all these interviews and stuff like that. He's been talking about he has to give fighters 3 fights a year, or he has to pay them and stuff like that. Does that count with stuff like injuries, and what even happens if you don't get the 3 fights? Do you actually get paid out?
Nah, hell nah. You already know what it is.
Yeah,
nah,
bro.
I think they just have to offer 3 fights, and whether you take them or not is on you. It's not saying that you have to fight 3 times. They just got to offer. I don't know how it works with injuries. Obviously, if you have like an injury like this, it takes you a while.
Mm-hmm.
They can't offer you a fight if you're not cleared. So I'm sure there's some verbiage in the contract that says, unless you're injured or, extenuating circumstances or something.
Yeah.
they just have to offer you. Whether you accept those fights or whatever, that's on you. But they just have to be like, hey, do you want to fight? Okay. Or no.
Yeah. Man, I feel like this year's been so crazy with them too. Like the good ass fights. Am I tripping, or is it like is 2020 kind of been like a lot of like good ass matchups?
Man, I think the matchups are really good, but man, they've also had a lot of those fights in the smaller cage. And, I heard somebody say that the smaller cage doesn't matter, but man, if you look at the fights from the big cage to the small cage, it absolutely matters because, I think the big cage is like 30 feet, and the other cage is 20 or 25. So, man, it's not a whole lot of space. 5 feet's a big difference, especially like you're talking about 8 sides is
Yeah.
5 feet wider. So. Now, just watch. Next time they fight in Apex, man, those guys take 2 steps forward and they're on top of each other. So it just entices the fight a whole lot more, I think.
Yeah, so that's another thing that makes me kind of nervous for Izzy too. Is like it's not enough. I mean, it's not as much room to evade. Costa going
Man,
crazy like
they're,
that.
they're, they're going to fight in the big cage, dude. They're going to fight in Abu Dhabi. Watch what I tell you.
Oh yeah, you're probably actually absolutely right. Brazil and New
It's,
Zealand.
it's, Israel's the champ. He should
Yeah,
have some say in the venue.
yeah, yeah. Actually, for sure, about to do that. You were in the big cage in Jacksonville, though, right? That was the regular one.
Yeah, we use the big cage, yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. Speaking of fights, man, what I originally wanted was excited to hit you up about was this Mike Tyson card. Fucking come November, it's just crazy. I'm even talking about that in 2020, man.
Man, Mike Tyson did a really good job in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, building a name and a reputation for himself that, the dude hasn't fought in X amount of years and whatever, and people still, lining up to watch him fight. Like my kids have no idea, didn't ever watch Mike Tyson fight when he was, in his prime and actually fighting and whatnot. But they still want to see him fight Roy Jones Jr. I'm just like, man, what do y'all even know about Mike Tyson or Roy Jones Jr.?
Man, me
But,
too, though.
but they have YouTube, man. They know everything about everybody. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
Mike Tyson, boom. And then, show all his highlights and whatnot. So, it's cool.
yeah, because he became such like a cultural like phenomenon. Like one of them dudes like always in like rap songs and stuff like that, or just like I'm Mike Tyson. It's just like when people say Kobe, Mike Tyson's like that same like
Yeah.
in that same breath, Because I didn't get to watch him. I was too young. How old were you in his heyday?
Man, shit. I don't know. I was young, super young,
Were you old enough to like watch him and
Not
stuff?
not not like prime Mike Tyson. I think he won the belt in like 87 or something like that.
Yeah,
But man, he fought for quite a bit, and then, he was in prison for a little bit, and then so I added, not really added 4 years to his career, but he probably fought a little bit longer than he would have if he didn't
yeah.
go to prison. So, I got to watch a little bit of Mike Tyson.
That's like low key something I really respect about him too. Is like to be at that point where he was like actually in prison and to come out and be like, I mean, still be Tyson or still just be profitable or just I don't know, like
I
we
mean,
talk about people getting
still,
canceled left and right.
I heard like even bare knuckle boxing offered him like $32 million to
Ooh,
come box.
you would kill somebody, bro. I mean, I don't know about now. What do you think about that age thing? Him boxing at 50.
I'm sure he's, on like HGH or test or SARMs or something. And Roy Jones, shoot, man,
Yeah,
whatever, they both want to do it, get in there and do that. I don't think at 50, especially if we're not training for so many years, I think you probably got to be on a little something. Yeah.
who you got in that fight?
Man, I think power is the last thing to leave and speed is the first thing to go. Mike Tyson is always going to have power, I think. And Roy Jones, although he is a powerful puncher, I think he relied a lot on speed in his career. And he probably doesn't have that same snap and pop
Damn, that's a
that
good
he had
ass
back
point.
in the day. So, and, he be talking about God and stuff. So it just makes me feel like that he's accepted the fact that he might meet God at the end of this fight. So
I'm glad
I'm going to go with Tyson, dude. He's just too much tenacity, man. I hope he still has that same mindset that he had, back in the day.
That's so crazy. You like changed my perspective on it because I originally thought was like I was taking Roy because he's more recent and like I think he fought like a couple years ago even.
Yeah, and got slipped.
Yeah, but you just made like a dog ass point. Like, yeah, that speed is the first thing to go. With that age.
Yeah, he's not going to be fat. He's not throwing 3 hooks, back to back to back like he
Yeah.
used to. So
Damn, it's
we'll
so
see,
crazy.
man. He do
Yeah,
got long ass arms. He's probably taller and bigger than has longer range than Mike Tyson. So
yeah,
and that's but he's not 6'7" like Lennox Lewis and stuff. So Tyson's gonna be able to get in and touch him a little bit.
yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. That whole card. That's the other thing. The main thing actually I wanted to ask was like the Nate Robinson and Jake Paul. That fucking
How tall is Jake Paul? Jake Paul,
Jake
the
Paul. I'm about to
white
look
dude,
up.
YouTuber.
Yeah, I'm about to look it up actually. While we're
Man, dude's like 6'1", 6'2", man.
I think he is.
And
Yeah,
how much is Nate Robinson weigh?
Jake Paul 6'1". Nate Rob's what 5'9".
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about the weight.
man. Does Nate Robinson know how to fight?
I don't think so, man. I think he's. It sounds like from all the posts and stuff like that. It sounds like he's just now starting to box.
Oh, come on, baby. I think Jake Paul probably got a little bit more experience in the combat world.
Yeah,
I know he's had one boxing match, right, with the little British buddy.
yeah,
Little
he
British
fought
guy.
with another YouTuber or something like that. I think he
Yeah.
had two of them actually. I think he KO'd both dudes. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Look that up. Yeah. He said,
Man, I don't like that for Nate Robinson, man. I don't know if he grew up boxing or has any boxing experience or anything, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, that's what I wanted to ask you too, because like you came in, you made the transition from athlete to martial artist. How much of being an athlete, I guess, benefited you in that transition? Like, does Nate, I guess, being an NBA player, a slam dunk contest champion, does that give him any edge or benefit at all?
I think so because one, I think like basketball is the most athletic sport,
Mm-hmm.
and is the best transition from their sport into MMA or boxing or whatever out of
Ooh, oh,
as well as all footwork and moving your feet, being light on your feet and whatnot. And that's cutting angles, moving your feet in and out of range and whatnot. So I think the Nate Robinson will probably pick that up a little bit better. Or basketball players probably pick that part up a little bit better than the most athletes. So I do think that he has an edge, coming from a sport where he uses his speed a lot, shuffling, moving, and all that other good stuff.
yeah. But overall, you think the experience trumps that Jake Paul's experience?
Uh, Man, I don't know, man. Jake Paul's been talking about fighting in the UFC and doing MMA for a while, so I assume that he's been working on his striking and whatnot, and his boxing and kickboxing and stuff. So
Yeah,
he's probably been doing it for a while. Where it sounds like Nate Robinson just kind of recently picked it up.
yeah. I'm kind of excited that we're in this era where like shit like that could happen. Like I remember a while ago, like Chris Brown and like Soldier Boy were talking shit, and they're talking about like fighting. I'm like, bro, that's a perfect way to settle like them rap beefs or like tough guy shit. Like,
Yeah,
just do it and make money too. Like, why not?
put on some gloves instead of shooting each other makes a lot of sense.
1000%, man. But shit, man, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're not at home. We probably, yeah. What's your schedule like down there? You train like all day or?
I probably train about 6 hours a day.
Damn.
Full-time job. But
Yeah,
I don't got nothing else to do. My wife's not here. My kids aren't here. It's just me. And, that's it. And that's what I came here to do anyway. So,
for sure.
train, come home, take a nap, get up, go train again, come home, take a nap, go train again, come home, take a nap.
You been
You know?
catching any of these playoff games in the NBA?
Man, I haven't. I saw Luka, break everybody's heart
Shit
the
was
other day.
crazy.
So outside of that, I haven't seen much.
Yeah, I've been busy like editing and stuff like that, but I'm happy I caught that game. That was like the perfect game to catch too.
Yeah. Yeah. Luka's killing him right now. So
Yeah. I'm
he's a
glad,
young kid too. How old is he?
bro. He's young as hell. He just turned 21 this year.
Yeah.
He's dropping
So he
like
seems to be
very
having the
clean
time
triple
of his
doubles.
life.
Yeah. He doesn't, and with him too, he don't look like overly athletic. I think it's more like skill, like with him. I mean, I can't. can't say for sure. Obviously, he's more athletic than me. I'm like chilling on my couch
Yeah,
for like,
yeah, sure. But
but
he ain't running no 4.3 or
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
45-inch vert.
Yeah,
Yeah, he seems like he's like just super technically sound and like knows the game. You know what I mean? Like he's
yeah,
always in the right place at the right time and got a mean jumper.
yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. That game went, bro. That three was deep too, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, I'm glad the NBA figured out the bubble. I don't know how the NFL is about to do it, man. Did you see my guy from the Seahawks got caught bringing that girl into trying to sneak her into the team hotel?
Man, it's tough, man. Those guys are young, full of testosterone, just young, dumb, full of cum, man. So you know, that's a real priority when I don't know
Yeah.
who did it, but I just remember when I was 20, 21, 22 years old. I can imagine just like living in a hotel with a bunch of guys for the season.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
You're gonna have to have a yeah, I don't know if you ever got to watch that the one interview with that girl too. She took down the Seven Suns players at one time or the same night.
Was that in the bubble?
No, it wasn't I mean, I don't know where it was for sure. No, it wasn't the bubble. I think they said they were in Miami during the interview. But I know how that shit was just from when I was playing sports and all the stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna keep.
She named him by name.
No, she didn't drop no names, but I think
Oh, good for her.
yeah, hell yeah.
Good for her.
Bro, I tell you,
Yeah,
she made
okay,
100K.
man. Everybody's tripping about this. I'm just like, man, if she out there dropping everybody's name like Superhead and stuff, then that's no good. But if she willing to do that, tell the story, but not give any names,
Yeah,
and then you tell me what she made on Fans Only or Only Fans, shit, that's all right to me.
100K, bro, in 2 days. Yes, bro.
Ooh,
Bro,
she's
your face
straight.
just now was like, what?
Man, if I was her, I just move on to another team now. It's like, okay, I done wiped out Phoenix.
I know. I made a
100K
video.
for Phoenix.
I made a video telling the Pistons to come hire her because they went 8-0 in the ball.
Yeah.
Some of that team chemistry.
Damn, she got that magic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm thinking too. Like you
that's
said,
wild.
NFL
100K
players.
for what though? What was she doing on the?
Man, I wasn't paying for that shit. I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah,
she's doing on that, but
damn, 100 G's.
100 G's, bro, just for yeah, for doing what she does, doing what you would do normally too, which is crazy.
Yeah, goddamn, 2020 is crazy, right?
Bro, 2020 is wild, bro. Yeah, 100
100
G's,
G's.
100
I
G's.
knock off 7 from every squad and retire. Fuck.
I see. I'm not good at math. If you did 100 G, yeah, bro, that's crazy. But yeah, the NFL shit, that shit's gotta be going down, bro. If one dude's sneaking one in, my man's like, hey, let me get her after. Send her to my
Yeah,
room right after that.
brought that corona. I'm sure there's a lot of people doing it from a lot of teams.
Yeah, man. Fuck, it's gonna
You
be
know?
weird, man. The NFL season, I don't know how it's gonna work because of stuff like that. And then you seen the fake test too, or not fake test? I'm sorry, the false results.
I saw the like 12 people from maybe the Giants. Nobody from the Giants had tested positive since, in like the last 3 months or something like that.
Yeah, they had so like here in Detroit, actually, like ours was like the biggest headliner because it was our starting quarterback, but Matthew Stafford, he tested positive, but ended up that was like a bad test. I think like Davison Figueroa had that too, the lightweight champ now. But
Oh,
so he had a test. He took a test and said he had coronavirus, but it was just a bad like test, a bad swab test or something like that. So
false positive.
yeah, so it's like dudes gonna be missing games like that. You know what I'm saying? If you take a false positive right before, I'm sure they're testing him right before a game too, or every day.
Yeah.
It'll be a wacky season, bro. I don't know what to expect out of it.
Yeah. I don't know. And the NFL, there's a lot more players on the team, so it's a lot more people to police. Well, NBA's got like 12 people on every team, right?
Yeah, NFL's like 55, 54.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a lot more people to keep under control. But they're going to find a way to do it.
Yeah.
They're going to find a way. This is my thing. If you're going to let the amateurs, the NCAA play, and not the professionals, like what kind of sense does that make? The college kids aren't getting paid.
No
The other
doubt.
guys, the professionals, they're the ones getting paid. They're the ones should be taking the risk. If anybody's taking the risk,
Yeah.
like the NBA had a season, but the college basketball didn't have a season or didn't have a March Madness or playoffs or nothing like that. So
Yeah.
that makes sense to me.
I gotta ask because you did play like the D1 football at like a national championship team. Were guys getting paid on the low? Does that happen? Is it like well, I don't
Man,
want to
I
you
can't
gotta
tell
say nothing
you.
you
I
don't want to
can't.
say, but
I mean, I can't tell you what anybody else did. I don't think it was happening like that, but I know for sure I can tell you that I never took a penny, never got a penny, never got offered anything when I was in school. So maybe somebody else from another school would tell you different. I don't know, but
yeah,
I don't think there's a whole lot of it going on.
should have made it fans only.
I know. But the NCAA would probably try and find a way to fuck me over on that too back
Probably.
then.
Yeah, you have it on your fans only. Eryk Anders getting fucked by NCAA. Shit, man. I appreciate you coming on, man. You got anything you want to shout out that you got coming up, or just
Man, no fight news, no nothing like that, man. Just getting in shape, training, and ready to get back in there.
yeah? Can we get an official pick on the Izzy Costa fight?
I gotta know what size cage we're fighting in first.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put my money on the underdog regardless.
Yeah.
Just because I see that fight going either way. So
Man, I
as
gotta
long
get
as that
on
shit's
that.
not even, I hate the odds that they're putting out there recently. Except for Shayna Dobson. Shout out Shayna Dobson. I cashed in on that plus 900.
Bro, I was gonna do the same thing. I just never bet before. I always do like DraftKings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like picked her too because I like with my boys and stuff like that because she did an interview with this is a little kid on Instagram. There's like the IG lives, Justin something. He's a shit.
Yeah. I think he got me too.
Yeah.
He's like a young kid. He just be super matter of fact, right?
What'd you say?
He's a young kid. He's probably like 11.
Yeah, young as hell.
Yeah.
But she was on that show. I was like, I'm gonna pick her, and then she ended up winning.
Yeah.
And I saw, I think it was Kendra Lush, bro. She cashed in she paid $100 on that one. She cashed in $3,000 ticket on it. I was like,
Yeah, her and Frankie Edgar.
bro,
They
oh
put
my
100
god,
apiece,
bro,
200 to win 3,100. Yeah.
just a fucking $100. That's crazy, bro. I gotta get on that shit.
Yeah. And then I saw somewhere the fucking Shayna Dobson closed at like plus 1150. I was like, oh my God, that's what I needed that.
See, bro, I don't even bet, so I don't even know what that is. Plus 11. She's a big underdog then. Like, what's a normal
Super
underdog?
big. Super big. Like right now, they're all like plus 120. It ain't shit.
Oh shit, yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah, like 120, 130. Like 260 would be a big, pretty big. I think Frankie Edgar was plus 230.
Yeah.
So give me that. Put down 50, made 115.
I wonder how
I
much
made
you made what?
on Shane, I made like 450.
There you
And I
go.
wasn't even gonna do that shit at first. I was like, man, I'm not gonna do that shit, man. That other girl, they sent her down here because she fucking slaughtered Hannah Cyphers and she's just a fucking gamer and fucking. But I was like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna do it, man. $50. Let's go. Ride. And then I was riding in the car, so I was just kind of like flipping back and forth through Fight Pass and, kicking it. And then I opened up the ESPN and I seen her on top. The last punch she threw, she was on. I was like, oh shit, she won. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. First round's on me tonight, fellas.
How do you do that? I never even like. Can you do it online? You have to go to the actual casino.
Yeah, no, I do it online.
I'm gonna have to get into that shit. Yeah, because bro, once I saw her cash that $3,000 off $100, I was like, God damn, bro, that's fucking insane.
But dude, like plus 900, that shit don't happen often.
Yeah.
That shit don't happen very often.
Thanks for killing my hopes.
Yeah, well, man, but shit, I've been hitting those underdogs, man. I hit her at plus 900. I hit damn, what's the happy warrior? Roxanne Modafferi versus Macy Barber.
Mm-hmm.
That was like plus 8 something or
That one, she fucked up her knee
675 or
though,
something
right?
like that. Yeah, Macy Barber got hurt.
Yeah.
But I mean,
He
I
said,
don't
but I
like for
still got
nobody to
paid.
get hurt, but
Yeah.
I cashed that ticket though.
Yeah. Shit, man. I'm about to say something too. I forgot. I don't even know. What the fuck was I about to say? Because now I really want to ask. Cause I want to start doing this shit, but I don't know how to do it. I'm trying to think what the fuck my question was. Whatever.
I think Kendra uses
My bookie
mybookie.com.
page. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, my bookie. Come holler at your boy. I need some sponsors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck with me.
That's what I have to ask you. What's the who's the underdog in the Tyson fight? Do you know?
I don't know. Yeah, I always look it up like the night before,
Yeah, I'm the same.
or the day of. But sometimes be fucking you over because somebody will open up as like a plus 500 or something like that, and then as it gets closer to the fight, they'll close at like plus, 200 or something. So you fuck up. You're like, you won't win as much money.
Are you guys allowed to bet on like your own fights? Or is that like insider trading or some shit like that?
I think you can only bet on yourself to win.
Okay. Oh yeah, that'd be sketchy as hell. Just coming in and cashing in like, yeah, I'm let me take the other guy.
But yeah, I bet on myself before. My wife has bet on me. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that shit out.
I don't care. They're not gonna be able to know it's me.
Yeah. When you and I just one more question because I'm trying to fucking gamble my ass off. When you go online, is that like your local casino or that's just like Bovada or some shit? Or I want to say Bovada. You don't have to.
Yeah,
Say
I use Bovada. Another buddy has like a website that I use. Yeah, I like Bovada because you can bet the whole fight card and make a parlay. I'll always bet every underdog, make a parlay with every underdog on the card and bet $1. And then sometimes like $1 will turn into like 32,000. But the odds of all the underdogs winning the fight are like super, super, super low. So
I mean, it's worth a fucking dollar. That's fucking insane.
yeah, just $1. Shit,
Bro, that would
32
be
straight.
wild, bro. I would shit myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I hit one of those big underdogs, I'm like, damn, I should have bet 100 or I should have bet 200 or
Do you have to take the whole
whatever.
card when you do that, like a parlay, or you just pick and choose?
Nah, you can pick and choose however many fights you want to put on a parlay.
And that's just called a parlay anytime you do that?
Yeah. More than one fight is a parlay. Usually
Okay,
like 2, 3 or 4 fights. But shit, for $1, I'll throw down
yeah.
every underdog on the card.
Yeah. I hope my girl will watch this. She's gonna find out I'm gonna start gambling and shit. She's like, what the hell?
Shit, if you win, you be straight though.
Yeah.
The house always wins, man. So don't even get it twisted. You might hit a big one for 1,000, but you end up giving that 1,000 right back over time.
If I'm doing some shit like $1, I do that shit all day.
Yeah, it's straight.
Well, shit, man. I appreciate you coming on. I'm gonna hit you up once we find out what ring size that is. I'll just message you. I come on if you don't want to, but I appreciate you always taking the time. You always show some love, man. I appreciate it.
Man, anytime, brother.
You have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too.